Want to
My
hear me?
accent.
You know,
Okay, I'm assuming no one can hear Steph because we've just gone live.
yeah, I cannot hear Steph at all.
So Steph,
Test. 1, 2, 3. Test.
Clay, what are you
No.
saying, man? Why are you
all
doing
right.
such mean things?
So Steph is going to be resetting her Discord while we begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dances with Kobolds.
Oh, wait. Don't. It's not going to work. 1 sec.
Okay, apparently it's not going to work because no one's hearing me through Steph's end. Never.
And she's back.
Test. 1, 2. Test. Can everyone hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank the gods. All right, now that we are officially live, sorry about that there. This is Dancing with Kobolds, and tonight we are playing Resdellion, the new frontier, back from the dead. But before we begin, in the doobly-doo down below, you will find a list to all of our sister shows, as well as the list to our Extra Life.
Lost you again, Steph.
Ah!
Okay, now you're back.
You're back.
Test. 1, 2. Test.
We can hear you now.
All right, 1 second. I'm going to try an experiment. Test. 1, 2. Test. All right, it's doing that weird, funky thing again where it only picks up my voice if I'm in the Discord. So, I will just have to make sure every time I wanted to talk, it's up. Anyway, in the doobly-doo down below, you will find a link to all our sister shows as part of the Heroes Wanted collective of shows, as well as a link to the Discord. Further, please consider donating to Extra Life. And take it away, Lauren.
All right. So, yes, welcome everyone. I know it has been quite some time since we last played this adventure. That was mainly due to scheduling conflicts and illnesses and a whole bunch of stuff such like that. So I'm going to get everyone quickly caught back up to where we were before, and then I will let everyone introduce themselves. So, in the past, you guys have recently established the settlement of Midgard. It is a small settlement currently, but it is slowly building upon itself. And you hope that in one day it will become a great nation with much power. You undertook some quests around the area that your townspeople had brought to your attention. You searched in some caves underneath your settlement and found an ancient temple that had been sealed for quite some time. You searched out for some missing scouts and managed to strike out and find a very large, very dangerous dire owlbear, and with good work of teamwork and some lucky rolls, managed to take it out without too much harm. And in doing so, you took its pelt back and made a very interesting cloak that is currently equipped by your druid friend that imparted some magical powers to her.
Ooh, yes.
It is actually available here. But anyway, after that, you managed to find that sitting on your doorstep, almost literally, were a small group of bovine-looking humanoids. Through some gentle manipulation of words, you were able to find out that at least one of them spoke Druidic, and soon you had a decent exchange of lingual might between your friend Lana and your new neighbors, as you found out. And it was established that you could meet with their leader to discuss how you might want your relationship to form in the future. After that, you quickly decided you were going to be looking for a few things. Specifically, the thought came up for diamonds, some rare ores that might be around the area, possibly studying the wildlife. You wanted to train up your armies. The thought came out about to look into finding maybe dragons and or their dung to help, procure better crops. you also found a few husks of some beasts that were killed by said dire bear earlier that were known as razor beasts, and Lana had looked into them, wanting to find a few babies, as she said, to potentially raise as mounts or pets. And that divulged into the beginnings of wanting to start a menagerie or a zoo/sanctuary.
Lana's not a very good druid, is she?
Dude, I want to. It's a.
She's trying to
sanctuary.
she is trying to establish her very own druidic circle here, basically.
It's like
Yes.
Elmira. Remember Elmira?
It's called Rescue
Animaniacs.
Work,
Yeah.
and this is a charity. I am not an animal hoarder.
Anyway, it was decided that first you were going to try and open up diplomatic relations with these new people. And to that end, that is where we will start tonight's adventure. So with that, I'm going to ask, going again left to right as we usually do. Clay, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, as we haven't seen them in quite some time?
I know it's been a little bit of a long time there. My name's my character's name is Seraph. My name's Clay, and he's a gunslinger, god of Hand of God. So he's pretty much half fighter with a little magic thrown in there.
It's a customized fighter subclass. It's interesting.
And Nabil here. I'm just going over my character sheet, just as Lauren mentioned. I'm trying to recall everything. I am playing Smiley, a Warforged cleric, following the live domain path.
Oh, I'm Stephanie. Oh, wait. I'm Stephanie, and I'm playing Lana Cephas, who is a rescuer and not an animal hoarder. Druid.
Moon druid specifically, so she has all of the beast shapes. Specifically, she has an entire folder full of them. And as most people might not have noticed, that cloak also allows her to turn into monstrosities, which is a specific subtype of NPC.
She's got binders full of animals.
In her folder of beast shapes, there's a subfolder of monstrosities. And you've actually come across 3 separate monstrosities.
Nice.
The cave fisher that nearly garroted someone earlier. The dark mantles that were, nasty stalactite looking creatures. And that dire owlbear. Unfortunately, she can't turn into the dire owlbear yet.
And I'm Ian, and I'll be playing Zaya Flutuk, the half-ogre artificer. And not an animal hoarder like the druid.
All right. And so with that, yes, you guys are currently in Midgard. You have basically been holding a bit of a council, figuring out what there is you could possibly have done, what there is you might wish to do in the future. And those were the various options I put before you. And it was decided last time that you would be going forward to potentially engage in diplomatic relations with your new neighbors. You did learn that they were somewhere to the southwest of your current location, and you were given rough directions that if you followed the river to the west and followed it south, that you would meet upon some of their members, and they would be willing to escort you to their domain. However,
Sweet.
it was impressed upon you that they do like their independence. They do like their ability to defend themselves, and you might be asked to be blindfolded and carried into their domain. So they want their freedom, and they're willing to protect it by asking for your ignorance.
By any means necessary. Okay.
Yes.
So what do you do?
Oh, I am totally talking to this lost tribe of Druidia, and I want to learn everything about them. What is everyone else doing?
Well, after giving you these directions, they sort of left.
Oh.
Because
Alright.
after you spoke with them, it's like, oh, this is an option we have. What are our other options? And then you spent a couple hours going through them at council, and then you rested. And while you rested, they went home.
Oh.
Well, we need a wall.
No,
Is
we
anyone
don't.
actually hearing Steph speak right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, good, it's fixed.
They just don't care.
Aww.
Oh no, it's just I noticed that she was fiddling about on her character sheet, and I just wanted to make sure that people were actually hearing her.
I guess Tuck is going to start prepping for. Apparently, the draw tool changed.
Oh,
okay.
it did?
Here we go.
I don't see that.
You don't see that?
I don't see that.
Why don't you see that?
Did you? I don't know. I have no idea why I don't see that.
Okay, let me try freehand. Do you see freehand?
I do now. And now I see that there's a few lines. Yes.
That's weird. But yeah, that's where I want to. We'll start planning a wall there.
Okay. Well, yeah, your defenses are being built. Keep in mind, this is not a fully accurate depiction of what is actually there. You don't have a castle with walls and buttresses on this plateau. You basically have a wooden palisade wall around a camp currently. You are building actual buildings. It's only been about a month and a half. So you have basically one long haul structure where everyone tends to sleep at night and everyone's building other structures as they're needed.
Okay.
Yes, everything's going along smoothly. I have no idea how building works.
First, you kill a tree.
You don't kill a tree, you harvest a tree, and then you plant another tree so it can grow again.
No, because we need that ground for crops.
No. Then you're transforming the land from one plant matter to another. As long as it's all in equilibrium, we don't use, chemical pesticides or anything, we should be fine.
No, we just use up the land till it's dead and move on to a new patch of forest.
No, that is not how things work.
Anyway.
Yes.
So, are you guys going to head out? Are you planning on suddenly changing your direction? What's going to go on?
Well, I think we should at least achieve a good. What's the term I'm looking for?
Working
the group that just
relationship?
left. Yeah, with that group. Yes. So I suggest we go into their territory with their blessing, of course. And that's what I'll suggest.
I concur.
Same here.
All right.
Yeah, might as
So
well.
you guys are going to head down the river?
In a van down the river. Oh, sure.
No. There are no vans.
Okay.
I mean, there's caravans, but that's different. All right. So with that, then, all right, you guys head out. Are you planning on going by sea, by land?
Thought we were going by river.
What's the quickest route?
Well, I mean, if you take a boat to go down the river, it will be slightly faster than it would be on land.
Okay.
But there's the potential of hitting rapids or other such that you don't know exist yet.
Unless someone here has a hidden talent for water vehicles. Hint, hint.
Does someone have a hidden talent for water vehicles? Hint, hint.
Nope. Not I.
No, hint.
I'm land
Because-
vehicles.
Because I don't know what this Warforge is like underwater. I'm okay with walking. I mean,
Well,
if
considering you don't have to breathe,
I
you can walk along the bottom.
Yeah, you're the anchor.
oh my ill mater, I can breathe in the water. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Technically, well, I don't think we want to surprise them by coming by boat. So let's go. My suggestion is, let's just go on foot. Do we know where we're going, or what,
you've been given a rough general idea of where you can meet members of their society who will then escort you to their main settlement.
Okay.
It basically the best equivalency I could give is like, all right, you're given directions to meet at this specific point by saying, go to the river, follow it south. When it branches, take the western branch, follow that to the forest.
Gotcha.
We will meet you there.
All right.
So it's vague, but it's clear enough that if we follow the river and take the western branch, we won't have issues.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we are sticking with getting there by feet or boat.
I suggested foot, but it's up to you guys.
I don't mind taking the foot also.
It's fine. Maybe we'll find some more of those little orphaned babies that we can save.
You'll probably have to orphan them again.
Oh, no, that is not what we're doing.
All right.
Since when?
So you guys continue on, and over a few days, you manage to, clear off a little bit of area that the river continues. This takes about 2 or 3 days to get to the lowest point that I've just cleared off on that map.
At least once in the adventure, I want to go to the back of the stern of the boat and sing Old Man River.
Well, you guys are going by land, so you don't have a boat.
Damn it.
But you could always sing while just walking along the riverbank.
Yeah, it's less funny. I forgot we weren't on the river.
And this river is actually, decently wide. You can see the other bank from where you are, and there are a few fords that will allow you to cross. However,
Doug or Rob?
Neither.
Oh, it's Mike.
All right. So it's been a relatively easy pass. Over the next few days, you head further south, and the river does bank a bit before it does tend to split. As I finish drawing this, because you've not been traveling all that far. Well, you've been traveling far, and the map here, if memory serves, is quite distant. Yes, each hex is 10 miles, so you travel approximately 1 hex every day. So as you see, the river does break into 2 paths. One goes almost fully south. The other one does tend to go to the southwest.
What's causing this?
I don't know. I'm not a geologist. I don't know how rivers frickin' work. It's doing it naturally.
Are we going down to what we're going down?
A rise in elevation has caused the river to split.
There we go.
Does that make sense to you?
No, but I keep going. It also, if the river's flowing this way down, it goes from big to small? Or is it flowing the other way?
I don't know. I don't understand how rivers work. I just drew the map.
Because isn't the
Ian,
to
come
the south
on.
is the
Ian,
Ian.
it's a fantasy world.
Open it up.
Forget about it.
I just want to know where the ocean is. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, the ocean is far to your south and far to your east.
So it's in the opposite direction of...
Yeah, anyone who's wondering where the ocean is, I have now switched maps, and you are currently...
We're not actually... Oh, there.
Sorry,
Right.
I was on the wrong tool.
Yeah,
Your ocean is more to the east than anything else. That being said, I will switch you back to the local map.
So now that we know where we are in this world, does anyone have good survival skills to find out if...
I do.
Druid?
Yeah, I mean, just to find out which direction is more man-made, we could head in that direction where we're supposed to go.
They told us which way to go.
Yeah, they did. We'll just follow their path.
But from this fork, so we go south?
Wherever they told us to go.
I know they told us where to go, man. Why are you so concerned?
Okay.
20, and I got a
So-
24.
Okay, so which route did they tell you to take? Because I did tell you.
The route.
I got a 24 in survival, and I'm really keen, and my PC's really keen on this. She would know. Even if I've forgotten over the past few weeks.
It's a binary choice. You know one of them's correct.
The one to the right?
I know.
You were told the western path.
Oh,
We
left!
should go east.
Left! I should have...
All right, so you continue down that pathway, and it is a relatively uneventful trip. I'm just going to do this. And after a few more days' travel, you do manage to find yourself at the edge of a very large forest. I'm actually going to give you a bit more view so you understand that it is at least, dozens of miles large from your current point of view.
Well, it's like almost 2.5 hexes. That's like 20 miles.
That's basically what you can see from your current position.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to finish clearing off that entire hex just because that makes sense. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. And we'll give you a bit more of this. There. So it is a large forest. From what you can tell, it is very, very, very large. Now, you were told that a patrol should be somewhere in the area and that they are looking forward to meeting with you.
Excellent. Oh, I forgot to mention, I brought gifts. Like, I would have brought some wine, some cheeses, maybe some spices, a nice little...
Keep in
housewarming
mind,
gift.
you're part of a settlement that is just establishing itself, and these things aren't in large supply. So
Yeah.
I will say you could easily have a bottle of wine, maybe some cheese, spices. Most of your spices would be like more salt based and be very valuable in the realm of keeping any items you have in good condition.
Right.
Like preparing meats and such.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So just a little bit of wine and a little bit of cheese.
You have a bottle of decent vintage wine designed for exactly these situations.
Did you take that out of my
And you brought
pack?
some cheese because that's your personal preference.
No, it's out of my pack.
Better be.
All right. So again, a day passes and you haven't seen signs of anyone, but no vastly dangerous creatures have started, taking notice of your current position. Within a day or two, you do notice that you do see signs of individuals flittering about the edge of the forest, and one of them appears to have caught your eye, Lana, because you have the highest passive perception.
Ooh. And this is what we think to be the
It is definitely someone of the same race. Someone you haven't seen previously, but definitely someone of the same race. And you do see that, after watching you for a few minutes, they do seem to call attention to someone else, and a group of 3 of these individuals do walk out.
I introduce myself in Druidic, going, hello, I am Lana Cephas, and these are my companions. I recently met with your diplomats a little while ago, and I am here as a part of a diplomatic mission.
And the individual that you are speaking to sort of looks at you strangely, cocks her head to the side, says something in a language you have never heard before. None of you have. And calls out back to the forest line where someone with a slightly more presented and regalness to them slowly walks out. She is someone, looking to be about 40 years of age, very tall, regal, standing very straight. She's wearing a moss green like robe and has a very large staff that seems to be adorned with nature elements as she walks forward. And she greets you in Druidic and asks if you have come to speak with their lady.
Absolutely. Oh, and I have brought some cheese and wine. Not a lot, but for your lady.
And she sort of nods and looks about and goes and turns to you all and asks if you would be willing to allow her to cast magic on you to befuddle you to hide the location of their kingdom.
Absolutely. I trust you implicitly.
Now, of course, the rest of you have not understand a single word that has been going on between either of these individuals.
Oh, by the way, they're gonna make us all like whoopity 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 woo, and but it's going to be okay. That they're druid, we're druid. I'm a druid. They're a druid. You know, it's family.
Can't we just discuss here then?
Well, they've invited us to their house, Tuck. I mean, I even brought housewarming gifts. Come on.
Not completely comfortable with this, but we got to do what we got to do.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, you do notice that she pulls out what looks to be some sort of medicine pouch or satchel or something and pulls out a stone tea set and a bunch of herbs. And she turns to Lana and explains that these herbs will put you into a sleep. And when you wake up from them, you should be at the borders of their kingdom.
Ah, okay. Do I recognize the herbs she's using or no?
They are local herbs, but they do look somewhat familiar. You do know that. Well, give me a nature check. Okay, good. Yeah. So you do know that these herbs and flowers here, they're not designed, at least to be regularly consumed. They are known to be, I use the word very loosely in this case, dangerous, because if they're not prepared the right way, they are deadly. However, you have seen people use them to render individuals unconscious for surgeries, to do healing actions that would cause someone great pain. Like, for example, someone would potentially brew a tea of these herbs and leaves to reset a bone or pop in a dislocated shoulder. And you have seen this done before. And watching her, you do know that she prepares it exactly as you've seen it done before, and it should perform the exact same action as before.
All right, I will reiterate this back to my compatriots that everything's fine. It's just we're just gonna go for a little sleepy sleep.
Just a quick question. How is Smiley, me, supposed to ingest this?
You can choose to ingest and gain the benefits of anything you consume. Effectively, this would render you unconscious for that time.
All right, so Smiley, through some unexplicable reason,
He chooses to partake of it, otherwise he will be left behind.
I don't want to be left behind, so I will proceed.
All right. So you each are offered a small stone dish of this tea. And the priestess will encourage you to drink up.
Yeah, I drink it.
Okay, and shortly after you become very drowsy, and you do very slowly curl up and fall asleep. It is not a sudden you drink and then you fall unconscious. It is I'm getting sleepy. I'm setting myself on the ground. Now I'm going unconscious bit.
Okay. As long as my butt doesn't hurt when I wake up, I'm fine with that.
It shouldn't. You sought out comfortable surroundings, and as you notice that your friend Seraph is falling unconscious, other members of this race have come out and have strung up what looks to be a carrying device. Basically, not so much a stretcher as a stick with a hammock in it. So they roll Seraph into this and string them up and get ready to carry them. And it seems to be a very comfortable setup for an unconscious person to be in.
Fair enough. So I guess we're just waiting for the rest of the people to ingest?
Yeah, I'm assuming the rest of you are going to ingest,
Oh
right?
yeah, I've already chugged it down, yo.
Okay. So with that, the rest of you do fall unconscious. There's a bit of effort with Smiley considering the bulk of your build, but without too much issue, you guys are able to be put into transport and carried over. And with that, I'm just going to review a bit of the area you are going into before I switch things over. So, as you guys begin to come back to consciousness, you do notice that you have moved far afield into this forest, well over very large trees that the trunks of which must be 100 feet across easily. And out before you, structured around the base of these trees, almost appearing like mushrooms, are buildings and houses. And it's almost an idyllic place.
Almost.
Well, I mean, not for all of you, but I mean, it is quite beautiful. It is, full of animals and plant life, and it is just simply amazing.
Nabil, are you on push to talk, or are you making a drink?
I was on push to talk. I think I pressed a button by mistake. Sorry.
Someone is sucking down on a straw.
That was me.
We can still hear you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just letting go now.
Jesus. All right. Let's keep going.
Oh,
All right.
Lana is in her element right now. She's just like la 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 la. How did you make a tree so big that you can live in it? Oh my god!
And none of the people around you appear to be listening to you or understanding you. You do notice that the woman you had spoke to earlier does not appear to be with you. Instead, you see striding forward to you an older man in similar clothes. His is a bit more patchy, and he appears to be smoking a small pipe. He looks much like this.
Hello,
Okay.
good brother, and I'll say that in Druidic and in Primordial, hoping to get a response.
And he just sort of looks at all of you, looks back to you, Lana, and not seeming to have a sense of grasping what you're saying. He reaches into one of his pockets and pulls out a small bag. He then opens it out into his hand, and you see in his hand are 4 acorns, but they don't look like natural acorns. These ones appear to be, they don't have almost a wet look to them, and yet are completely dry. They don't seem to have anything rubbing off on them. And he sort of holds them out to you, and then mimes with his other hand, taking one, tossing it into the back of his mouth and swallowing.
Okay, I will do that.
And with that, he immediately starts speaking to you. No one else understands him.
All right, I do the same.
And just a sec, let me finish.
Oh, okay.
So he begins speaking to you, Lana, and you understand him perfectly. The rest of you, you've heard this language before. It's the language that these people tend to speak naturally. Lana, you completely understand and are able to respond as well.
Oh, wow! What is this thing? How did you make it? How did you create it? Is it natural? Did you have to infuse it with magic while growing it? I have so many questions. This area is so great. Oh my god! And
yeah, as Lana is talking about 1,000 words a minute, the rest of you notice that she's not speaking common. She's not speaking Druidic from what you've heard before. She's speaking whatever language these people are.
Okay. So I slam back one of those.
And immediately as you swallow this acorn, you begin to understand exactly what's going on. You catch Lana right in the middle of her tirade.
Right.
Assuming the rest of you will continue to do so as well, you now can speak their language, at least temporarily.
Anything else we have to eat and or stick anywhere?
No, these magical acorns will give you 24 hours of the ability to speak like my kind. It's something we produce.
oh wow! Can this work with any language, or just yours?
Well, we've only set this up to do for our language, but potentially it is possible. It would all depend on the caster, and I don't particularly know how that works.
Don't worry. I'm gonna. She basically is in her full nerd mode, and she's just getting out like a pen and paper and writing all the things down.
And you notice that the language you're writing in does not appear to be common, does not appear to be Druidic, does not appear to be any language you currently know, and yet you understand exactly what you're writing completely fluently.
Oh.
Yes, that is one of the side effects that anything one says or writes while under the effects of the acorns is in our language, unfortunately. It makes it easier to understand each other, but it makes it harder to keep records. The good news is your memories will entirely be intact within your own understanding, and you will understand what we said through the translation. Or at least that's how we've been able to figure that out in the past. However, if you give me a moment, I have been asked to bring you between our Lady Hollowleaf so that she may treat with you. Do you require any preparations before that?
Oh, no. I just kind of quickly just look at myself and pretty myself up and just get a bit more presentable before I go in to meet the dignitary queen person.
Okay. And so, assuming no one else has anything they need to do?
Following suit.
All right, then. So, with that, you guys are led across a bridge onto this large valley that seems to be surrounded by water, towards one of the main trees. You walk along pathways that seem to be built out of tree limbs and mushroom and leaves that appear to almost just grow out of this tree organically into the shapes that they've been constructed with. And you continue to climb and climb to the point where you reach some of the highest structures along this tree. And in front of you is a large mushroom and bark construct that looks almost like a palace, but is very open, and where you would think that holes in trees and mushrooms that would be dark, this is light and inviting.
All right, nice.
And you're brought forth, and before you is a large, almost like a meadow. There's sitting on a bed of soft moss and grasses with flowers surrounding her is a rather tall woman. She has, braided red hair, a grayish toned face with a red nose. She has large pointed ears that pull away from her face. And behind her is a crest that looks almost to be a moth hanging on a very large wooden shield behind her. She's draped in fabrics that appear to have almost plaid to them. And the tartan is something that is very weird. The different mix of colors in that seems natural and yet unnatural at the same time. And as you approach, you realize this is because it seems to be made by woven vines and flowers and mosses and other natural elements. And as you approach, she sort of looks up and smiles and turns to the individual who's leading you and goes, that will be nice, Quiton. I will treat with our visitors here. I am Queen Hollowleaf of the Valenboria people. I greet you to my lands and hope that we can be friends.
Oh, me too. I just love this place. This is just absolutely exquisite. Here, I have brought you a gift. Here is some wine and some cheese.
And she takes the cheese very easily and smiles and nods in appreciation. And then she turns to the bottle of wine and looks at it quite perplexed, and sort of sniffs it and goes, an interesting receptacle. I've not seen one of these before. How does it work?
Oh, well, here. And she will go into her bag and pull out like a something to uncork the wine.
So you break the wax with a knife and you pull out the cork.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And she goes, oh yes, okay, yes. We have something similar to this now. Okay. And she will, motion off to the side. And as she does so, you notice that part of the floor actually rises up and reaches across the room like a vine and pulls from across the room a large stone basin and pulls it into her reach. And she pours the entire bottle of wine into this basin and then waves her hand across it, and you see the actual stone and the vine that was holding it contort and form into a bottle that plugs itself and then returns it to where the basin originally was.
That's amazing. How did you do that?
Uh, we here at Valimboria have long mastered how to work with nature to produce what we need and what we want. Our clothes, our weapons, our tools, our homes itself. We ask of nature and it gives.
Oh, this is just ah! Does anybody else want to do anything?
Oh, it's all hippy dippy for me, so I'm just watching.
I'm making sure we don't get ambushed.
Well, you do notice that, along the periphery of the room, there are multiple individuals that appear to be ready at a moment's notice to attack you should you do anything hostile to their leader.
Of course.
I'll nod at each of them like, I see you, you see me.
And you get many respectful nods back. They acknowledge that you see them, they see you. They acknowledge that you are dangerous, but you haven't done anything bad yet.
Exactly. Okay. Well, I guess we should at least thank them for inviting us into their domain peacefully, and I guess we should kind of extend, which Steph has already kind of been doing, the olive branch and sit down and maybe have a meal, discuss, how we can continue to make our relationship more fruitful to both of us.
Yes, absolutely.
All
God,
right. Yeah.
why don't I do this for a living? Jesus.
Because in real life, you're not just convincing Lauren.
I know. I would be convincing real people, and I'm quite better at that in real life. Okay, let's keep going.
Let's keep
All
going.
right. So, your suggestion to sit down to a meal and discuss the potential future of your peoples is well received, and you are brought to a dining hall that consists of a large stone table with what looks to be moss seatings that are very, very comfortable. And through a simple dinner of berries and fruits and, a nice salad, you are informed that, that the people of Valenboria have been here for quite some time and that this is their current home. A while ago, they did leave their original home because they were driven out by raiders, and it was with hope that the raiders would not follow them. But it has been some time since they had seen their homelands. They did inform, they are informed that there are parties of the race that were raiding against them that appear to be in the area. Some of their scout parties have found that to the north, the Golgorians had set up residence, and you've been given instruction that the Golgorians are a four-armed race of humanoids that are very brutish and hostile, and no amounts to try and pass off diplomacy have worked so far.
Interesting. Maybe we can do something to help.
Maybe we can bring these Gregorians a good word.
I highly doubt that. They did wipe out almost 3/4 of my people a few generations ago.
No.
Okay,
And I mean,
then
you guys did notice that there are probably, a couple thousand individuals in this settlement. So her statement is quite significant if they lost, 3/4 of their population a few generations ago.
Looks like we're going to bring justice to genocidal maniacs. What do you guys think?
Smiley just, like a shotgun, cocks his arm, and electricity is just flowing out of his arm. It's like, this is the good word I was talking about.
And your action does cause multiple individuals to start drawing their weapons and eyeing you warily. However, the fact that you don't step closer to their queen and the fact that you don't appear to be wanting to attack her yet does prevent them from actually striking at you.
It's a metaphor, it's a metaphor, it's a metaphor.
It is a metaphor, but it was never meant to be used against anyone here. It was meant to be used against these Gregorians that you spoke.
That's quite good. I'm glad that is the case. But please tell me about you and your people.
Well, I am of the Druid Circle of the Moon. Back in, what was ever the name of the place we come from?
Go ahead and give that place a name.
Aomori. It's where people like me live. We're called elves.
Oh, you seem similar to us. You have ears that are pointed.
Yes, you might be one of the lost one of the lost tribes of Druidia. Have you ever heard of it? What do your legends say about you coming here?
We were born here. I mean, before we came here, we were born in the Arborean forest, which sadly does not exist anymore.
Oh, what happened to it? Was it a fire or?
It was raised, yes.
Oh no. So they destroyed a whole forest on top of it all? How could they? These monsters!
Well, they did decide to go to war with us, so it's not like I could stop them.
Sorry, that's a matter of speech. We have a lot of metaphors in our language that I guess don't make sense if you don't have the culture. Anyway, but I mean before, like from the very beginning.
Our legends say that we have always been here and we have always served the Mother Nature.
Ah, cool. So we're gonna have to do some more archaeology.
You speak of very weird things.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm just so excited. You just have yourself such a wonderful little place, and I want to share with you all of my druidic knowledge, and then you can share with me all your druidic knowledge, and then everything will be great.
We could potentially do that, yes. I mean no offense, but I hardly know you and I don't fully trust you.
Oh yes, we gotta earn your trust first. And we will do so by defeating these humanoids. Right, guys?
I mean, going unconscious shows a certain level of trust, I thought.
Well, we took that trust into allowing you into our domain. We wish to keep its location completely secret, and we do trust you with that. Yes.
I mean, the discussion, it's not about hiding your location. It's like we went unconscious and we trusted our lives to you that you didn't steal anything from us or take our lives while we were unconscious.
And as long as you had not done anything hostile to my people, then no harm would have come to you, and no harm has come to you. On the way back, if relations have grown to that point, we might be able to not require you to partake of the tea of sleep.
Also, your druid there did amazing work. It was a perfect slumber.
I'm glad you approve. My daughter is quite willful sometimes.
Oh, she's your daughter too. Oh, oh. This is what I imagined out in character's head. This is what I imagined I'd be back home. I gave it all up because I had kids.
All right, so it seems like we are of unanimous decision to go and find these Gregorians and
Anything
deal
to
with.
stop, anything to stop Lana sucking up.
I am not sucking up.
Can you guys not
there's
hear
a-
me? I've been
No.
talking.
Now,
No,
I
we
kept
did not hear a
trying
thing.
to talk. Okay, what I suggest is this. I said, let's just enjoy the evening as it is. Okay, let's not jump to any conclusions where we're trying to get in anybody's good favors. Let's just enjoy our company as is. Okay, we don't have to run out and championship their causes. Let's just enjoy them, and we can touch back. You know what I mean? You don't have to do everything in one night. I think our relationship's going to be a long, prosperous one, but just take our time, right? Let's get to know each other tonight. And if you guys need some help, we're there for you, and vice versa. And hopefully we can do that in the future. You know, rub each. I believe the term is pat each other on the back. That's it, right? What do you guys think?
that sounds, yes, that's what I was thinking more than the run off into the woods and kill some people we don't know.
Exactly.
They're the lost tribe of Druidia.
I get it. You can continue your conversation with them. I'm not cutting that off. I'm simply saying they just met us. Give them a little time to
I-
warm up.
I have to admit, I was a little surprised you were willing to go to war for complete strangers.
Exactly my point. It's a little too sudden. We don't know both sides of the tale. That's why.
Like I said, suck up.
You're not
So,
sucking up to anybody.
There's a bit of a brown spot on your nose.
all right.
But my nose is brown.
Let's continue with the having fun and enjoying and getting to know our neighbors.
Okay, and yeah, you do partake of dinner, and there is some musical entertainment that is brought in. Everyone is using woodwinds and other sort of instruments crafted wholly by nature, and through gentle interrogation, natural conversation and such, you do learn that everything these people make is crafted through magic, literally out of the environment around them. Their food is grown in magically created garden beds. They pull water literally out of the air. They craft their clothing out of moss and armor out of tree bark and such. Their weapons are quite literally leaf blades that have been hardened and sharpened to a razor edge, almost as sharp as obsidian. And looking at it, it is truly remarkable what they do. And you actually do witness a few of their druids actually forming weapons from their environment. And they basically there's a group of 5 that go to a tree, and they start what almost appears to be an intricate dance. Their hands start to glow, and they guide a new limb that forms out of the tree that forms these weapons, and then almost disgorges them like a fruit dropping from the vine before it recedes back into the trunk itself.
Oh!
And you're not able to actually inspect these blades up close, but you have seen that everyone here does appear to use them, and they vary in size from scimitars to daggers to smaller throwing implements to arrowheads to any sort of sharp implement they would need.
All right. Can I make another comment?
You may.
I noticed that the kind of magic you guys do is kind of like what's your character's name, Steph?
Alana.
Well, it's like Lana. Why don't you guys kind of have like an ambassador relationship? Because you obviously have some similarities in taste there. So why don't you be, Lana, the go-to with these guys?
Oh, of course. I thought that was a given.
Well, yes, but now we're going to leave you here permanently.
But it isn't because
No, you're not.
we haven't discussed it directly with the royalty. That's why I'm suggesting it now.
And their queen, while keen on trying to open up diplomatic relations with you, is very hesitant in actually forming any sort of concrete relationship. And I mean, you guys get the feeling that, in the past, they had to abandon their homeland because relations soured with their neighbors. So, they're to them, their privacy and the secrecy of where they live is very ingrained in their culture currently. Yeah. But you do learn a bit more about them. You do learn that they do call themselves the Furbolg, and that they are, a long-lived race. So when they say a few generations, they actually mean a lot more than just 20 or 30 years between generations. They mean closer to 400 or 500. So a few generations to them might almost be a millennia.
Well, isn't that like normal? Oh wait.
I'm an elf, so I completely understand that.
Yeah, half your party are elves.
Go lie down.
One of you is a basically immortal construct, and the other one is a half ogre who's been alive for probably closer to a dozen and a half years.
Can't remember what it is.
Wait, you're 12?
That they mature fast.
Okay. So I'm assuming that this party eventually comes to a close.
Yeah. After a while, you do seem to end your party, as it said, and you are offered lodging for the night before you will be escorted from the domain.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Very, very kindly. I'll accept the lodging.
All right. So in the morning, you guys are quickly, escorted to the border of the kingdom, and a small group is tasked to escort you back to where you were found. So you could just follow the river north again. The path you take is very, very long. It seems almost to wind upon itself multiple times.
Okay.
And you quickly understand that you are not taking the most direct route. You are taking a very, very long and windy road back to where you were. And quickly, you do lose track of the path that you took. But eventually, you are led to the edge of the forest, and you are brought quickly to within sight of the river and told, through Druidic, that the river will take you north to your domain.
Oh yes, thank you so much. Please consider sending a messenger or some type of diplomat or anything.
And The one says, in very in very understanding druidic will go, we will see you soon.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you for your hospitality. And yeah, in time, hopefully our relationship will grow fruitful for the both of us.
All right. And so you guys are able to make it back to Midgard by following the river north before you reach lands where you do actually remember it very much. And upon arriving, you get a quick brief as to what might have happened. You see a few more buildings have been raised in the last day or two, as many hands make light work. But beyond that, nothing new has befallen your settlement.
Okay. So before we left and we met these people, was there anything else that was supposed to be done as well? Like, did we have any other options? I know we did some quests before. Was there anything we left and we haven't done yet?
Well, you had sent out some survey crews to look for potential sites of various ore or for potential wildlife that may give you resources that you don't necessarily have currently. Like, for example, potentially finding mounts to use to make travel faster, or potential creatures that have magical properties that you could use.
Okay. Well, and they have not returned?
Uh, they have returned. Like they went out for a few days, searching the local area for signs. They haven't found anything. They've returned, given word about that, and they're going to head out and take a few more days to check out places further from where you are. But yeah, basically, they haven't found anything yet.
All right.
Interesting.
Do you guys, if we're all like not really doing much, I don't know, do you guys have any plans?
I've felt like I've taken up a lot of the session, so please, guys, take.
No, I don't have much for this one, so go for it.
Well, I was just
Smiley really doesn't have anything to add over here. I mean, I'm metagaming over here. I mean, he's just following.
well, I suggest, well, why don't we, um, to speed things up, help this raiding party or this party look for some mounts, because they're going to go farther and farther, and it might become more dangerous. So if they have us as well, it might help.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
Where are we
Every-
looking for? Mounts? I thought they were looking for minerals and stuff.
Well, didn't Lauren say about mounts?
Well, that was one of the groups that you did search out. Yes.
Okay. We have nothing else on the go for now, so I would suggest why don't we go help them? Unless you guys can think of something else.
No, let's do that.
Okay. So do we have to like wait the night because we just got back and then
Yeah, it would
stock
be
up?
probably best to wait it out and to do it tomorrow. So yeah, you guys do take the night to rest up and be ready to go. And you're planning on going out to search for something that might be suitable to use as a mount, or something that might have more magical properties to potentially give you more items to use.
Well, how about I suggest this? Do we have livestock?
You have a few livestock, yes. Mostly it's chickens and a few milking animals, and that's about it.
Okay. Well, how about we do a combination of we look for the local livestock or what could be livestock, and also we can keep an eye out for potential mounts. And I guess it's more of an investigation kind of like we're going to chart what's going on as far as the animal life around us, and if any of it's usable for livestock, for transportation, that type of thing.
Dinner. They
Yeah.
didn't serve us meat last night.
Yeah, we can look for some meat too.
Did they serve us meat or no?
They did not serve you meat, no.
Vegans.
Which is
Oh,
weird
God.
that they like the cheese.
They could just be vegetarians, not vegans.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, you do notice that they seem to be in touch with nature. In the morning, they did serve you eggs, so they're not opposed to animal protein. They just did not seem to have any livestock that were butchered.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we
Interesting.
didn't rate that.
Okay, I'm ready to go out the next day to move things along a little bit.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to do other stuff.
Oh,
Nope, I'm
let's do it.
pick something
Yep.
because I'm just distracted tonight. I'm not really 100% here.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. So, with that, you guys, decide to set out in the morning. You're planning on looking for something that could potentially help out your settlement. Given that fact, you're going to be looking for signs of creatures and or goods. I'm going to ask someone to give me a survival check in an
I'll
attempt
do
to
it.
find signs of something to track.
That's Lana's thing.
All right, yeah. With that 26, you have very keen eyes being an elf, and you look around and realize, okay, I see some signs of tracks, and you do see some tracks that belong to what appear to be razor beasts.
More razor beasts.
Okay.
And for those that don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
your razor beasts are bestiary. Here we are. Similar to this.
Mm-hmm. Did we eat the meat from them? Are they edible? Or are they kind of gamey, I'm assuming?
There wasn't a lot of meat that wasn't spoiled on the ones that you found. They were kind of torn up and half eaten by the big owl bear. So, yeah, you didn't want to try and eat them because it was probably not the best condition of meat. That being said, they're large cats. They're full of
They're gonna be
decent
gamey.
meat, so they'd be a bit gamey, but they might not be bad.
Okay.
How many of them do we see?
Currently, you've found tracks that indicate that a pack seems to be patrolling close to the area. With a 26, I will say that you notice that these are a little less than a few hours old.
Okay. Eyes up, everybody, because they're probably stop. If we know of them, they probably know of us. So just keep an eye out. Let's go. Do you want to hunt
Let's
these
go.
things?
Okay.
Yep,
I
no
wasn't
amount of-
saying so much hunt these things, but maybe we can take one and tame it.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, well, we can always try to spare one. If you can pacify one of them, because they are wild animals, I'll leave that in your hands.
I was looking for like one or two young ones to sort of tame. What were you thinking?
Well, here's the thing. If they're stalking their prey, they usually don't bring their young ones with them. So you would either have to track it back to their dens. That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Or, but what I was just thinking is, maybe get some resource food stuffs for our people.
Oh, you know what? We can track what they're hunting.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, there could be like mammoths or something here.
All
That's
right.
better eating.
All right, but keep in mind, when we start stealing their food, they're not gonna fully enjoy that. So
Oh yeah, I totally understand. That is the way of the jungle.
All right. So can we stalk them then?
Yes, let's stop them. Ooh, this is fun. Reminds me when I was back home.
We're on safari. All right. So we stalk.
All right, so you stalk these pack of razor beasts, and you do not find signs of smaller individuals. They all appear to be about the same size footprints, and there's more than one, but they seem to be traveling, as a pack. So the actual number is hidden in how they walk. So unfortunately, even with a 26, which was a natural 19, it's not enough to figure out how many there are. That being said,
People always walk in single file to hide their numbers.
yeah, as much as Ian just made the allusion to sand people, you guys do find yourselves on this map here, and you guys can barely see across the glen over a small river. There is a pack of 4 that appear to be currently chowing down on 2 deers or elk that they've managed to take out.
Okay. So what's our play here? We're gonna down a couple, and then hopefully other ones will screw off, and then we can track them back to their den for your little pets.
Wiping them out.
Lana.
Yes. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by some Discord stuff. Can you repeat that?
So basically, what's the play here? What I'm suggesting is maybe we shouldn't kill the entire pack. Maybe we should kind of maybe kill one at most, or scare them off so that we can follow them back to their den so you can get your cubs. But the problem is, if we follow them back to their den, it's not like they're going to just give us, unless you have a sleep spell or something that might knock them out.
Oh, and I don't want to. And we don't know if their cubs are old enough to leave their mother either.
Well, we should be
Hmm.
wiping them all out so they don't come after our livestock later.
We can have fences and thickets and stuff so they can't cross.
Oh yeah, that's gonna stop that.
It can. Well, my people created a great hedge to protect our livestock. We'll just do that here.
I think we just need a good balance. You know what I mean? I don't
Yes,
think
exactly.
we should wipe out all the flora and fauna and whatever the hell is called in our
No,
area.
just the big teethed ones.
Yeah, but it's all about a balance, right? That's how it works.
It's a circle. The circle
This is
of
balanced,
life.
and I'll hold up my weapon.
If you think that way, there's always someone bigger than you. Just remember that. So,
No, we're
shall
trying
we-
to get rid of the ones bigger than us.
Oh,
That was
God.
the whole point of this.
All right. Initiative then, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, let's just
Steph wants to make more orphans.
I know.
don't want to make more orphans. It's okay. We can just sit here and observe them.
So, all right. So, if you guys are going to start attacking these things,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say, because it's almost 9 o'clock, why don't we take a 5-minute break now?
Okay.
Get drinks, get snacks, come back, and then we will start combat because it's a great time now as opposed to 5 or so minutes from now.
I'm okay with that. Do that.
Yep.
All right, I will see everyone in 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Alright, right back. Yeah, we should be wiping all those out.
No, we shouldn't.
I'm back, and everybody else is.
Nabil,
Yeah,
what was the pterodactyl and Dinobot's names?
pterodactyl and Dinobot.
Remember the
No,
Dinobots from Transformers?
It's not pterosaur. That's from Beast Wars.
I'm looking it up.
I mean it caught me off guard mainly because that was a very specific
Swoop.
question.
It was Swoop.
Swoop, yeah.
It's Grimlock, Slag,
sensitive one.
Sludge, Snarl, and Swoop. He's the scout, and the only one who turns into something that's not a dinosaur.
A pterodactyl is not a dinosaur.
No,
It's a
technically
lizard.
they aren't.
It's a lizard.
He's a flying lizard, just like all the aquatic ones
I mean-
are not dinosaurs. They're fish, I think.
Lizards.
Lizards?
Lizards.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, except for the big
I have-
bony fish.
I've never even heard of Dinobots until you said it. I mean, I'm so old. I know
This is Gen.
the
This is
cartoon
Gen
series.
1.
Yeah, this is Gen
Transformers.
1 stuff. Like this
This
is
like
saying, if you're
season 2.
old,
yeah.
you should know it.
Like this is OG. The OG Dinobots were literally season 2 of the animated series.
Hey, let's
I
shame
don't
the
know
Bill
about-
some more. Shame.
No.
Ding. Shame.
Okay.
Ding.
Shitty movies.
Hey, the only thing I know about sci-fi dinosaurs is if that even rings a bell for anyone.
Is
You
what?
cut out.
I know.
I was just saying that. Okay, I don't know Dinobots. Yeah, shame on me. But I do remember something similar to like dinosaur sci-fi. The Dino Riders that came
love
out in
Dino
the
Yeah,
80s.
Yeah.
that's different. Clay, are
That was
you
my
using
that
a
was my gem.
straw?
Nope, that's Nabil
Me?
again.
Ah,
Yeah,
God,
Nabil cutting out.
God damn it! Seriously.
I don't do
So
straw.
if I use push to talk, I sound whatever I sound like right now. So
No. Like literally, I'm hearing like someone.
Sounds like a straw in a cup.
Yeah,
no, that's not me. Then I don't have a straw or cup or anything like that.
It's whenever you're talking. I was watching.
Exactly. It's always when he's talking.
Dang it!
Are you playing with something? Are you? Do you have a toy in your hand, or are you eating off of a plate and have a fork and a knife, and that's what we're hearing?
Those are very.
wait, Clay.
No,
I noticed
no.
yours is going on and off right
That's
now.
'cause I
Are
was-
you
I
on
was-
push to talk?
No, I'm not push to talk. The reason mine was going on and off is because I was eating nuts. So like when I crunch, then it
Oh,
was
so
going
it's not
That-
me. It's you.
Okay.
It wasn't the nuts.
It
though.
wasn't nuts. No,
it wasn't
it
nuts.
was. It's something on your end.
It-
I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah.
So
It was something in particular,
All
and
right.
it sounded exactly like a straw. But whatever.
All right. So, Steph is back.
Mhm.
We're all here. Is everyone ready to get going?
Yep.
Okay. With that in mind, then, why don't you guys start rolling some initiative?
Right?
no, you do that.
No, I do not like when DMs roll initiative. I would like to roll my own goddamn initiative. Drives me
I
nuts.
know.
I just ran my own initiative and I came out.
My dog is being extra needy tonight. Oh my gosh.
I wish there was a feat like procrastinator. You always go last in combat, but and then you get something. You have no initiative.
Mm.
I,
That would
I
suck,
have-
though.
I have negative initiative.
Speaking of,
that-
Steph,
Negative initiative
Yes?
characters are fun.
we're waiting on you.
Me for what?
Initiative.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Someone took the procrastinator feat.
Mhm.
I've had a long
We cannot
few
make orphans.
weeks.
Everybody's
We cannot make
distracted
orphans
tonight.
of them without your help.
I am. What should I do?
What if their cubs need
them
them to keep
Initiative.
them
It's
at 100?
initiative. You need to roll to see what order
initiative.
you're in.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I thought you did it
Shift
yourself.
double click your token. It automatically opens up your sheet.
It's kind of
I did it. Sorry. I'm sixth.
Yes.
She's in a bloodlust for these.
Well, good news is the Razor Beasts don't necessarily know you're here yet. So, Seraph, you go first.
I don't think I can
Celery,
hit that
dude.
range. Are they really that far? Can't we like at least stalk a little closer to see if we can surprise them?
Well, you decided that you guys wanted to enter into initiative from there. You didn't try to move forward. So, this is what starts out.
I was gonna say, since we haven't done anything, and since they haven't seen us, can't we move a little closer?
You could definitely stealth and move closer, yes, but you're doing so in initiative.
All right, I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna stealth and move closer. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So you want me to roll stealth check?
That would be your action to try and move stealthily and keep
Okay.
hidden.
Mhm.
All right.
And I move. I can double move, I guess, right? 5, 10, 15.
Well, it'd be your action to try and stay hidden. So,
Oh, okay. So I'll just move 30
Yeah.
then. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Are there any bushes or anything? I can't tell by the. Is that
there are some. Yeah, basically, there are trees and there are bushes, and your 12 is your attempt to use them to the best of your ability.
okay?
You are in sort of a foresty glen, so there are dark areas that are devoid of. Actually, I need to pop down a few more sections of light.
I feel like we've been here before.
You have. I reused the map.
I also dislike the new pan and zoom feature.
I can change that if you want.
But no, if people like it, keep it. But I'm just not a fan of it yet. I'll get used to it.
Okay.
Do you guys like it? Like with the scroll wheel and the.
I'm okay with it.
It's a little bit sensitive since I'm using the laptop touchpad. It's a little bit.
I just find it jumpy. Like as you're zooming in and out, the image jumps all over.
There we go. That's better. Now you can actually see most of the map. All right. So that is you. Did you move 30 feet?
I did.
Okay.
Right, that
Razor
was
Beast
30
doesn't
feet.
do anything.
You
Lana.
look like you didn't even move on my screen.
Huh, I did. I'm on my screen. I am.
I see it's still.
Wait a minute. Ian, you didn't select your damn token.
I did. I did twice. I'm
Okay.
in draw mode.
That might be why. Yeah.
Been
All
in
right.
draw
Give
mode
me a
this
sec
entire
here.
time.
All right. So you actually would get to go now.
Okay. I'll put myself in after this.
I just did.
Okay, thank you.
Stealthed ahead, just so you can skip my turn after his.
Okay, I will get up between these two. I'll stealth up. So what is the plan here? What are we doing? What are we just killing them and then looking for the? We don't even know where their den is, do we?
I suggested maybe we can.
Crunch,
one.
crunch, snap.
I suggested maybe we can kill and scatter them, and then track them back if they go to their den.
All right. Smiley.
Oh, Smiley is following suit with everyone else.
All right. I believe you have disadvantage.
He's a walking suit.
Clank, pretty much clang, clang, clang with the trolley. Stealth. Just come.
That could be one of your religious ceremonies. Clang, clang, clang goes the censer. A censer and a bell in the other hand.
That's pretty much my hymn.
All right. So what are you doing? Because it's currently your turn. All right. So you cautiously move up. It looks like.
I was not trying to step on Lana. I was just right behind her.
All right. With that, it is the Razor Beast's turn. All right. So this one is the one in back, and it immediately, head goes up and is on a swivel. Seeing this, its buddy.
Predators don't tend to like it when you steal their kill.
I mentioned.
Yeah. Its buddy here goes to do the same thing, but doesn't appear to be looking your direction. Seraph. The northern two ones have, or sorry, not the northern two. Diagonal to corners. This one and this one appear to have their heads up. The one farthest from you appears to be looking in your guys' direction.
Okay. Well, we'll wait till they come in, and then attack. And once they come in, so I'm holding an action to shoot one. First one that comes in.
Okay.
I go heads up. They have our scent.
All right. Tuck.
I will. Oh, I can't remember. Is it an action to summon the turret?
It is an action to summon the turret. It is a bonus action to fire it.
Oh, okay. I will summon the turret. I can drag and drop.
Which one?
I'm gonna do. So we are going after them.
Yes, we'll go after them.
Okay, or we're trying to scatter them. That was the whoops, wrong one. There we go. So I will aim for. Let me go back over there. One of the ones in the front. If we're trying to scatter them to go back to their den.
Okay. I just healed it up to full because they should come back with full hit points.
Oh yeah.
So all right. So you do that,
Sorry, I closed
and
I have to
yeah, it is currently 150, 140 feet to the closest.
Oh, okay. I'll make it move forward first.
Well, it can spawn within 30 feet of you, I thought.
I have to double check, but yeah, if it does, then I'll do it close enough that I can hit it.
Yeah, so yeah, you can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, okay. And from there, it is 115 to that one, 125 to the other one. So you can easily get the 115 one.
Yep, that's the one I go for.
All right, you miss.
But it still lands nearby and goes kaboomy.
Yeah, drawing the attention of all of them. All right. Next up is one of them. What is his? Okay, cool. This one dashes up. Lana. Oh, wait, just a sec. Seraph, the one that dashed up, is now 85 feet away from you.
Okay. I will take a shot with the pistol that. Oh, weird. Did anybody else just get their sound just suddenly cut out?
No.
Nope.
Okay. All right, taking a shot at him.
All right, yeah. I assume this is the one that got enchanted. So, oh, geez. 18 damage. Yeah, because you definitely hit. You catch it, dashing towards you in the left flank and cause it to miss a step for a moment. But otherwise, it seems to be narrowing in on you guys. And then it becomes Lana's turn.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You know what? I'm going to stay behind the ballista. Behind the ballista. Okay, so how do I measure? To take out the measuring tool again?
On the toolbar, it is the one immediately below the magnifying glass.
It's a circle with the wang.
The wang.
Well, I guess there's 2 circles with wangs.
One's pointing up, one's pointing down.
There are many types of wangs in the world.
I can't figure it out. Am I at 5, 10, 15, 20,
All right.
25, 30?
You are currently from that one 55 feet away.
55 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's-
literally, Steph, if you look at the toolbar,
Yeah, I see that, but I can never snap it.
and then you click and drag.
Okay, that's all right. All right, thank you. Kind of funky.
How do I change my color?
It's tied to the color of your drawing tool, I guess. I think.
It is. He has to change his personal color. Then it will change.
I'm
Okay,
going to
whatever.
cast fairy fire on it.
All right, so you've got a 20-foot cube. So go ahead and draw the cube so I know where everything is drawing or where everything is landing as it makes its dexterity saving throw. Oh, it failed.
Oh, those poor animals. We now have advantage.
Just on
The one you have advantage on.
Each
I will be marking.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within the range is outlined in blue.
And the range is 60 feet. There's
Yeah.
only one creature within 60 feet.
Yeah, but it's safe to assume that they're going to move in.
When it's cast, it's
Sure. You got
actually wait.
what I was getting.
Yeah, any creature within the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in the light if it fails a dexterity saving throw, and it did. So we'll mark it with a red dot.
There we go. That is the end of my turn.
All right. With that, we go to the next turn, which is another Racer Beast. We will. And get to there. Smiley!
All right, Smiley. Before he moves up, I am going to cast Bless on everyone here.
All right.
My son.
Achoo!
Gesundheit.
Damn it.
Yeah, you cast Bless. So everyone outside of yourself and the turret, because the turret's not a wait, is it a creature? Yeah, it's considered a creature actually. So you could charge the ballista as opposed to any one of your allies.
You can bless up to 3 creatures. Oh, that's sad. All right, I'll just cast Bless on Seraph, Tuck, and Lana.
All
And
right.
everyone has a D4. Keep in mind. And I'm gonna end my turn 30 feet right next to the balloon.
All right.
Nobody
That's
go
the
any
next
further than that because I'm going to do web next turn.
Okay.
Next up is this.
Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Who dashes to there. However, All right. That misses. Good to know. You guys do see a rock right here lash out at that beast that just ran by it and missed with some sort
Oh
of tentacle.
my god.
Everything's a mimic. Way to go, Nabil.
Uh,
I sorry.
with that, that is that one's turn. This one, being a little more cautious, is going to run down. Actually, it's going to run around it at you lot that it saw earlier. But it dashes as well, bringing us back to Seraph.
All right. Okay. Now that we have at least another target now with the mimic, I guess I will. Yeah, I'll just move in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The one that I shot was this one?
The one you shot is currently marked with Fairy Fire.
Oh, okay. Then I might as well focus.
You might not be able to tell that it has a slightly lighter green ring around it.
Gotcha. All right.
If
I'm
it
gonna
took a
focus.
bit more damage, it would actually be yellow.
All right. I will take a shot at him. Okay.
Yeah, that definitely hits for another 18 damage.
Still up?
Yes, these things are decently hardy.
Okay. If that's the case, then I better start. Oh. Yeah, too late for that. Okay, I'll take another shot at him. Offhand. Oh, he did. He must be dead.
We're thinning their numbers.
Let's see. Just a sec here. That is 23 damage. No, it isn't. It's not
Holy
23 damage.
crap,
It's 22 damage.
Okay. Yeah, these things have a ass load of hit points.
Well, I hadn't actually subtracted his health, but yeah, they do have a decent amount of hit points.
Still
But
up?
he's significantly injured, yes.
Okay, last shot, which is my big banger again.
They're
that
called razor beasts.
hits as
just
well for another 13.
And he is still up?
Barely.
Oh my god, that's still impressive. Okay. Let me see here. So I just want to make sure I don't have a bonus action. I think my
Oh yeah, you are blessed, which is why you get the you'd actually get an extra D4 on all those. But those
yeah,
did all hit,
they
so
all
it
hit
doesn't matter.
anyway. I
You
just wanna
should
make
have a toggle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. With your attack action, you're holding a. Yeah, that's a bonus attack. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, so don't forget to toggle on your bless
I don't have.
markers.
Oh yes, I do. I'm lying.
Yeah,
I
you do.
I do. Okay.
All right.
I toggle it.
Tuck, you are currently blessed as well.
All right.
A daily reminder from the Churchville Martyr. Everyone is blessed.
All right. Okay. So, is there? There is bushes and stuff around here, right?
There are bushes and various rocks in that you could try and find as half cover, given the fact that all these things will be attacking in melee, though.
Don't need cover. No.
Exactly.
Don't need cover. That's not why I'm asking.
Okay.
I am going to.
Keep in mind with your web, you can actually hit the ground.
Doesn't it say when it touches the ground, it disappears? Or layered across the floor. Okay.
Yeah. Layered across the floor, wall, or ceiling. Yeah. If the webs aren't anchored between two solid masses or layered across a floor, wall, or ceiling, it collapses on itself.
Well, okay. So I am going to cast it. That is a. How big of a square is that?
A 20-foot cube, so that is a 4 square by 4 square cube. You can get 3 of these things.
Yeah, so I'll aim him in between all 3 of them. So like right here.
So like that.
Yep, that works.
All right. So dexterity saving throws, I believe.
Yeah, and it uses my spell.
No, it doesn't. It uses the wand. The
wand?
wand should specify. All right, where are we here? Handouts, magic items. Wand of Web is a DC 15. Cool. So dexterity saving throw, failure. Dexterity saving throw, failure. Dexterity saving throw, failure. They are all webbed.
All right. And I will bonus action have the turret fire at the one over there, so it should have it.
The one that's marked with fairy fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just double check what the web does. Yeah, All right. Yeah, 25, dealing 9 force damage. You strike that one.
Okay. Well, knock the one aim there and knock the corpse towards the mimic.
Angle wise, all right. It knocks it back 5 feet away. Okay, so
Technically, anyway, but I mean, thematically, I'll aim for this side of it so it goes back towards the mimic.
so go like that.
Goes down over this way.
No, you hit it once, it moves 5 feet. Done.
Okay.
All right, just a sec here. All these creatures are restrained as long as they're in the webs and they can try and break free. There's a depth of 5 feet of web. Oh my god.
It wasn't me. It was a ghost. Did you see the spooky ghost?
No. I'm reading the spell. Technically, they don't make their saving throw until the start of their next turn.
Oh, that was a bad sound.
So they're not restrained yet. The mimic will dash because it can't do much else. It gets in range of one of those razor beasts. That's the dead one, Lana. So you did notice a bunch of a 5 foot deep sheeting of web has fallen over those 3 razor beasts that remain. The one you hit with fairy fire is dead.
Yes. So 1 sec. And I will turn into a dire owlbear.
You can't.
Why? I have my cloak on.
Check its creature rating.
Oh, shit. Alright, I'm just gonna turn into a bear then. Shit.
You've seen it. You know what its abilities are. You just can't turn into it because it's CR 4 or 5, one of the two.
Alright, I'm just gonna turn into my bear then.
All right.
Bear.
Go ahead and drag out your bear token and use it.
I'm a bear. Rawr.
Next turn, you can go into a bigger bear.
Oh yeah, cave bear, right.
All right. So on that one, both attacks hit for a total of 12 damage.
Woohoo!
All right. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do. Go right ahead.
All right. So this one starts its turn in the web, fails its saving throw, is restrained. It's going to attack Lana with disadvantage.
You can try.
Okay. So with disadvantage, and I'm going to get Ian here to confirm this because he's standing up behind me right now. It rolled 2 natural 20s.
Oh no! Like crit, like oh.
Crit.
Wow.
So no. It rolled with the 1 bite attack, a natural 20, and then a second natural 20 because it's rolling with disadvantage.
Okay.
So it's still crit on disadvantage.
All right, I believe you. I believe you.
I saw.
Well, no, Ian went and saw that both numbers are green. So it does a total of 14 piercing damage to you. And I need you to make a strength saving throw. You are blessed.
I thought a double crit was insta kill.
No.
Oh.
Just calm.
No.
Also, even if it was an insta kill, I would still go back into my Lana form, so it wouldn't
Unless
matter.
it was disintegrate.
I thought that's what a double crit was.
Never that.
No. So I need a strength saving throw from the bear, please. You are still blessed, so you got your D4 on it. I don't think it actually will roll it on that. You're good. Yeah, 21 is perfectly fine on that. Yeah. All right. So that's the end of that one's turn. Smiley.
All right, Smiley's gonna step up next to the one that's taken on Lana and see if I can put it out of its misery. I understand we are not trying to kill all of them. Just try and scare off a couple of them.
Keep
Lana
in
won't
mind
be
it is
happy
currently restrained by web.
until she gets her orphan.
Thus wise, you have advantage on any attack roll against it.
Cool, advantage coming up. And battle fit.
19, you hit. 8 bludgeoning damage. All right. It's still standing strong.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay. Next up is the other one who becomes restrained. It will lash out at the mimic with a bite. It does hit it for a total of 9 damage. And now the mimic has to succeed on a saving throw. It does not have proficiency in it. It does, however, succeed. And last but not least, this one is going to try and break free. Oh, wait, did I screw up? No, I didn't. I chose the right thing. If memory serves, it is a strength check, DC 15, to try and break free. Okay.
Yep.
So, strength check. It manages to free itself.
Boo! Fake news.
Well, it rolled a 20, so it's fine. And it moves 30 feet around to behind Lana and Smiley, but it used its action already, leading us into Seraph's turn.
Right.
So one managed to free itself from the web. The other are currently pinned down, being attacked.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the one that actually. You know what? We have advantage on the other one. So let's
You have
burn those.
advantage on the two that are restrained.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do 3 shots. I'm not gonna even Hunter's Mark with advantage. Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is any of those? Did any of those 2 get hurt?
The closer. Okay, the middle of the 3 is injured.
Okay. So I'm gonna target this guy then. All right, first shot.
You hit for
Mhm.
15.
Second shot.
That's
Advantage.
yeah. So well, yeah, you still hit. That is the one that gets 13 damage, and the other one doesn't have the +1 damage.
No, that was my second +1. These are both +1.
Yeah, I know. Your next one does not get that
Yes. Yeah.
+1 because it's not that. It's not your enhanced pistol.
Correct.
All right. So that one, 24 plus the 1 from Bless does hit for a total of 10 damage. That one's looking pretty decently injured. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Tuck.
Actually, I back up a
Oh,
little bit.
sorry. All right, you back up a bit. Yeah. Tuck.
Okay. So one's out. One's hurt, and it's the ballista. Let's yeah, let's do that. This is on the Razor Beast. It's restrained. And
Which of the two that's restrained?
the one that's damaged.
All right, so you're unleashing magic missiles. How many are you unleashing?
I used the one, so but just this time I did one.
So the first,
Oh right, so it should. I forgot it doesn't do all three.
yeah, no, well, it rolls an individual one. The rules are a little hazy on whether you roll individual d4s for each, or if you roll just one and each dart does that amount.
Okay, so it's how many darts default? It's 3.
It's 3 default and then one for each level up.
Did you say
And
magic fish?
So
Is it magic missile?
it's magic missile. He has
How
a
about magic-
You guys have 2 wands. You
No,
have a
but
wand of magic missiles and a wand of web, and you gave them both the tuck.
Isn't there no roll for magic missile?
No, that's for
No,
damage.
that's
not
damage roll.
for,
Oh,
for
okay.
hit.
Okay, got it.
So total of 9 damage to them.
Yes.
It's hurt.
And Force Ballista will
Have
hit him.
Okay, so of the 2 restrained ones, it would be a straight roll. Anything else, it would be disadvantage, and that's because you're it's within 5 feet of the one Racer Beast.
Yeah, it's actually going for the closest one that's restrained there.
Okay, so the one that's right next to it.
This one right here.
Okay, yeah. So straight roll on that one. 16 does hit for a total of 13. You kill.
Okay, if it didn't kill it, I was gonna knock it 5 more feet back into the web.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, I'm gonna have the ballista move around the Razor Beast over by Lana.
All right, that's perfectly fine. Next up is the Mimic's turn, who is going to. I'm going to look at see what damage can be done. Bite at its buddy in melee combat here, and it will deal total of 16 as it hits. Lana,
All right, I am.
the one you were attacking is dead.
So there's this other one.
The other one behind you managed to free itself and come in from behind and didn't get off any attacks.
Oh wait, I can convert to a bigger one, can't I? Oh well.
No, next level you'll be able to convert into a bigger bear.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Because next level you can go up into CR2.
Did any of mine hit?
Well, roll your D4 from Bless. The bite will not hit regardless of what you roll. However, your claws do manage to strike with a 15, dealing 6 damage.
Arr, yes.
That one's now slightly injured.
Nice.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Smiley!
Smiley
One
will
in front of
take...
you is dead.
Oh, it's like I was hoping to keep that one alive, but I think I'll try and save the one that's being attacked by the mimic. I'm gonna go and attack the mimic and take my chance with the opportunity attack from this guy who's going to attack me.
All right. So it does hit you.
Really?
With a 22,
Oh.
It does hit you. It barely. I need you to give me a strength saving throw as you take 7 piercing damage. And you are actually knocked prone
Dang.
on a DC 14 save. So you're knocked prone, that you move 5 feet, are knocked prone. It would then take another 15 feet to stand up, leaving you with 10 feet of movement as you move around. So you do manage to get away, but he sort of bites at your leg, causing you to trip and fall forward as you move away.
How much damage do
7.
just give me one quick sec.
He rolled really bad on that.
All right, so I get up and I just only can make 10 feet. So
Okay,
9,
first,
10.
no. First, you move 5 feet as part of
Okay.
taking the attack of opportunity. Then from there, you can move 10 feet because it'd take another 15 to stand up. That being said, I also
Okay.
need you to give me a Constitution saving throw to see if Bless stays up for everyone else. DC is 10.
I think Chuck is the only one who lost the bless.
No, we
No.
all lose.
If I'm not.
No, everyone loses it.
Everybody loses.
Ah, dang, son.
Dang.
Yep, unfortunately.
All right, let's see if I can try and save that razor. 5, 10. Ah, so close. All right, let's see if I can attack it at a range.
Do you have Warcaster by any chance, Smiley?
No, I just checked.
Oh, he doesn't.
Warcaster feat, unfortunately, no. I just took 2 charisma. That's my spell cast.
You're cutting out a lot again.
Sorry. I'll just say that I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the mimic.
Okay, on the Mimic. Let's see what you do. You hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 11. Ooh. And we'll mark him with a blue dot as he is currently glowing. All right. That's your action, your movement. You can't really do much as a bonus action because you cast a spell. I think you're done.
So I'm done.
All right. This Razor Beast is going to look at the glowing mimic and is going to try and bite it. Yeah, it's going to hit it. Rolled twice the same thing. Nice. So the mimic's no longer glowing because the next attack goes off on it. The mimic has to give a strength saving throw, which it fails. So the mimic is... Wait a minute. Immune to it. Never mind. It cannot be knocked prone. So Razor Beast tries to knock it prone when it can't and ends its turn. Next one is the one next to Lana and the Ballista. It's going to bite at Lana. And wait a minute.
This week on fan service.
I need to remember if I did something or not. Magic items, Cloak of the Dire Owlbear. Nope, it does not give you a benefit while you're in beast form. So it rolls an 11 to hit, which is your AC as a bear, Lana.
Oof, okay.
So you take 15 piercing damage.
All right, so I'm out of that form.
Yeah, so you take 10 onto your main form.
Ow!
And you are here.
Yeah,
I
was just about
need
to lose
you to
myself.
give me a strength saving throw. You're no longer blessed. Okay.
Oh.
So you fail that. You are knocked prone. And That is the end of this thing's turn. Seraph.
Okay, now that my friend is in trouble, I'm going to let's see here. Let me play spell. No. Okay, I'm just gonna hunter's mark it. Okay.
All right.
I should-
Assume the one that's not webbed and currently out in the
no, this is
open
the
here.
one that's attacking.
Lana. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna hunter's mark it.
Where's good
Fired.
hunter's mark thing?
Yeah, I clicked it on. I have a global damage modifier for that.
I'm talking about a symbol to signify it is.
Oh, okay.
That works.
Okay. Now
All right.
I'm hitting control like because of fantasy grounds.
Yeah, no, yeah. You just need to click.
All right.
All right, yeah. 27 hits that thing for 21 damage.
I don't think it's very hurt, right?
It's almost bloodied.
Okay. Another
Ish.
shot. And that one missed.
That one missed.
Bang.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tuck.
Get off her.
Okay, I am going to. Let's finish this off. We'll use the rest of. No, we'll use 5 charges on the Wand of Magic Missile.
Aren't there 6 total?
Yeah, at least me. No, there's 7 total.
Okay.
That leaves me with 1.
All right, go ahead.
So that is.
So that is you're using 5 charges?
Yeah.
That would be a level 4, so that would be 3 plus 3 is 6 total.
Not bad.
And that is, let's see, 10, 15, 24. Yeah, it's somewhat injured.
And Lana's right there. But oh, it's an action. Okay.
Maybe save me?
Well, I was gonna self-destruct on the other side, but it's an action, so I can't do it. But I can have him move. He'll take the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it slashes out with its claw. 22 to hit will hit that thing.
Yep.
It has an 18 AC for 14 slashing
Oh,
damage.
it's enough to blow it up.
No, it isn't. It was at
Oh,
full
I
health.
was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. Okay, so that's sorry. It was what? How many damage?
14.
Okay, and it fires.
All right. It misses.
And done.
All right. Mimic's turn. Gonna bite into this thing as well. It hits because it has advantage and deals 15 damage. That one's not looking that great. Lana, you have a injured hunter marked beast next to you, and you are currently prone.
Yep, and there's no... Is he, like, right on top of me?
Definitely leaning down towards you.
Can I get up or no?
You can definitely stand up. It would just take half your movement, like rules are normally requiring.
Okay, so I am going to stand up, and then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Level 2, because screw this guy!
All right. So, Constitution saving throw. It fails with a 5. So it takes 14 thunder damage.
And it gets knocked back, I think, 5 feet or 10 feet, something like that.
Well, let's see what the spell says. Thunderwave says you're pushed back 10 feet away from you.
Woohoo! Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, because you forced it to move away.
Right. Oh, right. Thinking
There are
2.5.
very few ways you can force a creature to move away from you and get an attack of opportunity off. All right, so it moves away from you. Anything else?
Nope.
That was your action. I assume you stood up.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I still have 15 feet of movement left. 5,
You do.
10, 15. Oh, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20. Get closer to Smiley. And that's all.
All right. Smiley!
Smiley is just gonna step a little bit closer to the mimic, staying out of grasp of the Razor Beast. And how much can I hurt this little fucker?
I don't know.
Okay, I am going to make a melee attack, which is combined with inflict wounds. I've
Well,
always wanted.
you cast inflict wounds and you make a melee spell attack as part of the casting to inflict the damage.
Wait, I think I screwed up. Was I
No,
supposed to-
that's right. You
Uh,
rolled a 9 plus your wisdom plus proficiency, or you rolled a 3 plus a 3 plus a 3, making a 9 total, which means you miss with your spell and you use up the spell slot.
Wait, it's webbed. Doesn't he have advantage?
He's attacking the mimic.
Oh, dude.
I
I'm
thought
trying to
you were
save the
attacking the mimic.
No, I am attacking the mimic.
Yeah.
The plan was to save the Razor Beast, as far as I know. But yeah, since I missed, that's it. Pretty.
All right. Next up is that Razor Beast you're trying to save, who will slash out and miss the mimic. Next up is the other Razor Beast, who is going to allow the better part of discretion and valor take place and is going to 30 feet to there, then to 50 feet, and then dash to 100 to get to there. Seraph,
Okay.
you see the one you've marked is starting to run away.
I'm like, we're gonna have to track. That's the one we're gonna track, boys and girls. Let's just burn off these guys. All right, this guy here. I had Hunter's Mark up. That's the one. So I move with a
You
bonus
ha-
action.
No, it has to die.
Oh, yeah, the one I marked died. Oh no, it's this
No,
one.
it's running away.
Oh, okay. You know what? Then I'll just focus on him. 5, 10, 15.
You know, you can right click and it'll set waypoints as you do that.
Yeah, but I like to do it the manual way, just to be difficult. All right, 3 attacks on it. All right.
55 feet. Okay.
And if you know what? If I miss, I'm just gonna nova it. I'm gonna burn it down. So if I miss, bang. All right, I hit. Right.
Let's see here.
17.
At 55 feet, you have disadvantage on that attack, which 17 does hit.
55
Still,
feet. Why would I have disadvantage on 55 feet?
because it's a 30 over 80 weapon.
Oh, it's 30. I thought it was 60.
No,
Okay.
it's 30 over 80. You do still hit and you do still kill it.
Okay. All right. That's fine. All right. And then my next shot I can use because I haven't used my bonus, right?
You have not used your bonus action yet.
So I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the mimic, and then I'll just fire a shot.
The mimic. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were going to go with the Razor Beast, but that's fine.
Nope.
All right. Mimic. Okay.
Change of plans. We're gonna attack the
So
one. We're gonna hunt the one
Yeah.
in the.
So that mimic is 40 feet away, so it'll still be with disadvantage. A 16 will strike it though for a total of 16 damage. That mimic's not looking too great.
Yeah, I thought the pistol was 60 for some reason. Okay.
No, it's 30 over 80.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So the one ran off. So the force ballista is gonna fire at that one.
The one that ran off got killed by Seraph.
Oh, it did? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So then we want to save this one now?
Yes, I said that. I said, change of plans.
Then this.
All right. So the force ballista is attacking it. Yeah. It'll deal 8 force damage.
And
Mimic
I'll
is
move up.
still up.
Oh, and it gets pushed 5 feet. Let's say
5 feet
towards
away
the-
from. Well, no, it's 5 feet basically in a direct line. So roll me any die. Even it
just
goes
says
north.
It's pushed up to 5 feet away from. Oh, away from the turret. Yeah.
Away from the turret. So there's only really 2 ways it can go that way. Roll me any die, and if it's even, it goes up. If it's odd, it goes diagonal. It's odd, it goes diagonal. Okay. It's not, and it does not provoke attacks of opportunity because it is pushed away. It is not asked to move. All right.
I asked it to move.
It's still your turn.
I moved.
You're done?
Moved bonus. Oh, I guess I could fire, can't I?
Well, you've used your bonus action.
No, I can
You
fire
can-
my.
Yeah, you could use your action to fire your light crossbow at it. That barely hits for 6 damage. Yeah, you kill it.
All right, let's go get her orphans.
All right, that's the end of your turn.
I don't think the druids are gonna like this when they find out, Steph, how you got your.
Lana, it is
Yes?
currently your turn.
Oh, I am very, very sorry. Okay, so there's only one Razor Beast left.
There's one Razor Beast left. It is currently still caught in webs. The Mimic has just been killed. The other 3 have been killed.
Is this male
You-
or female? Can I tell?
Roll me a perception check
Would that take my turn?
with disadvantage because it's covered in 5 foot of thick webbing.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm thinking maybe we just want to knock this one out so we can take it back. Can we do that? Yeah, we can do that. It's in webs. What do you guys think? Yeah, knock it out. We'll put it in the zoo.
But then the cubs are gonna die.
No. That's why I was trying to see if it was a male or a female.
And
The female could nurse them.
We don't have the cubs. We
That's
don't
exact-
know where they are, Steph.
Oh, right. You know what? If does it look like if I cut this one free, it would run away, or is it going to just attack us?
Probably a bit of both.
You would have to run a nature check, right? Or an animal handling check as an action to read its current demeanor and figure out what it's going to do.
You know what? We will just track it to its nest. That we'll find the track to its nest. It's fine. It's fine. I am going to. You know what? I'm just going to longbow.
How
Longbow
is the
it.
druid in this game the friggin' murder hobo?
I am not a murder hobo.
All right, so you pull out your longbow and shoot the creature. Okay.
It's just a little culling. It's not like it's an endangered species. Oh my god!
All right. You hit it. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay, Smiley.
Smiley is just looking at Lana and he's like, if Ilmater was here right now, he would be giving you the finger. I'm just gonna try. I know we're just not trying to kill it. We're just trying to knock it out. If we're all on the same page, I'm assuming.
Why don't we just scare it away?
I mean, it's scaring it. It's still stuck in the web, and I mean, I could roll an intimidation and see if I could scare it. But my intimidation is so low, it's embarrassing,
Well, how
even for
about?
a robot.
Well, it's your turn, but I was going to suggest why don't we kind of get some distance away from it, at least visual acuity, and let it go from the web, and then we track it if it doesn't run directly at us.
We could give it a chance. Yeah, I mean, if it comes after us, it dies. If it doesn't, it lives. So,
Live it
what
up.
do you say? Knock it out. Wait for it to wake up. Then what?
Keep
No,
in
no.
mind, you're in the middle of combat. You have 6 seconds to communicate.
Okay, so I pretty much used up all of my communication. Okay, I'm just going to try and see I can knock it out, not kill it, lead non-lethal attack, battle fist it.
All right, so you're trying to knock it unconscious. Well, you have advantage, so you can try and you can roll twice. It is still restrained.
I mean, I'm assuming 21 should at least make some kind of contact.
Yeah, it's more.
Well,
You could have gotten a crit. So yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You deal 6 bludgeoning. It takes the damage. Anything else?
I'm just gonna stand next to it. I mean, I probably might take a shit ton of damage when its turn comes next, but I'll take my chances.
All right. Next up is its turn. It's looking around. It figures out what's going on. It struggles and fails to break free of the web. Seraph.
Okay. I suggest we back away from it, end combat, if you will, and let it run away rather than beating the shit out of it. Tends to just make it a little bit more angrier, in my opinion. So I back away slowly. And yeah, and I suggest maybe you can drop the web and see if it runs off once we're
I
clear.
can't drop it.
Actually, you can because it's a concentration spell.
Yeah, that's
By
why.
that, because it's a wand.
You're still concentrating.
Oh,
You just haven't
okay.
cast any other spells that require concentration.
Okay. Then,
So
yeah,
Seraph communicates that you should probably let it go. Tuck.
let it go.
All right. So web drops.
Well, I you guys are crazy, but I was gonna suggest letting it go once we moved away from him. That's the point I was trying to make.
Oh, you could have been clearer.
I
All
said
right.
that. I did.
Anything else, Tuck?
Oh, if we said I misunderstood, so no, we won't let him up yet.
All
Wait till
right.
everyone's away, then we'll.
All right. So, well, I got rid of it. Regardless, it's still restrained. It's still had in the web. Lana, you've heard talk from your allies that you should let this thing go.
I will let it go, and we will track it. You still have Hunter's Mark on it.
I do.
Good.
Yep.
All right, then we can track it.
Well, you would have been able to switch it. You hadn't put it
Exactly.
on this one yet, but yeah, you could use your bonus action, so it's now marked. All right, Smiley.
Same here. Disengage. I back up and heading away from the dragon beast towards
Razor beast.
Tuck. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Sorry, Razor beast. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So it is now the Razor's Beast's turn. Did you want to drop concentration, Ian?
What does it look like? It's gonna come after us?
It has to go-
You're unsure at this point. It is particularly injured. It has lost 3 of its.
It's 10 o'clock. So
pack.
Okay.
All right. So you drop concentration. It turns around. It looks at all of you, and then it books it 100 feet. With that, are you guys letting it run and trying to track it from a distance?
Yeah.
All right. So it does outpace you. Even if you do dash, it's moving 100 to each of your 60. So
I have Hunter's Mark on it.
I know you have Hunter's Mark on it. Hunter's Mark gives you advantage on tracking it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have advantage on your survival checks or perception, your choice to find tracks, to find signs of tracking
I
it.
think I suck it, but I think I'll use perception.
All right. Okay. So you're still tracking it. It takes about, I will say, half an hour of your hour-long hunter's mark time is up,
Okay.
and you still haven't come across it yet.
Can I try again?
You can try again.
There we go.
All right. You get closer, and this time, 45 minutes of your hour are up. Give me one more check with advantage.
Okay. Cross your fingers. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Ugh.
Unfortunately, you get turned around, and you can feel the tracking sense of your spell fade, and you've lost the scent.
Okay.
It has escaped.
Well, can someone
Has
else try?
it? How can it?
Steph can still help and try.
Yeah.
All right, Steph, you can go ahead and roll me a single survival chance to try and save the day. You don't
Anybody
get
have
advantage.
wait. Smiley, you have guidance, right?
I do. That's what I wanted to ask. Are we still in initiative?
We're out of initiative, but you can definitely give her guidance.
Lana, take a guidance. Take as much as you.
18?
18 is not enough, unfortunately.
Really?
What? Really? Wait a minute.
Well, okay, just a sec.
Because what I'm thinking is, if he has Hunter's Mark on it, he has a psychic connection to this thing. He can still tell where.
No, he had advantage on his attempts to try and find the damn thing. And unfortunately, your 18 is not enough to beat it. It's managed to hide. Basically, what I did is I rolled 3 stealth checks for each of your attempts to find it. And the first one was a 10, the second one was a 13, and last one was a 23 and beat you.
I tried my best. I'm sorry.
Can I do like another perception check or something? Just try.
No, you've lost the trail.
You made your orphans.
We tried. You failed.
Not really orphans, a single mother.
Well, what if that was the dad? It's a single dad.
With that,
Now I feel guilty because we weren't successful.
How would you? You wouldn't have felt guilty if we were successful.
you guys didn't actually think out how you were going to try and capture this thing. You just sort of came across it and went, "All right, we should do it. We're moving up." I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you didn't plan on how to capture it. You didn't try and knock it out. You had a great chance of just knocking it unconscious, and you could have taken it back to your camp and worked on, animal handling it into being friendly. But no.
We could have punched it and put berries down its throat.
You could have done the ARC method of taming wild animals. With that, though, it is 10 after 10. I'm going to say we are done for the night. So take it away, Steph.
All right. I would like to thank everyone for watching. I would like to thank Kane Phoenix, as always. And then I would also like to thank DM Quicksilver. He's one of our sister shows. Please go check him out. And I would also like to thank Resdellion for chatting today. I'd also like to thank another TTV viewer, Bloodlust Commander Root Community Showcase, Curtis Valentine, DM Quicksilver, I already mentioned you, Electrical Longboard, Lurks, Windsock, and Zane Kyber for watching. Please catch us tomorrow for the next episode of The Demon Plague, and Thursday for Legacy of the Crystal Shard. See you then. Bye-bye.
Good games. Oh, I won't be in tomorrow, or I won't be on tomorrow. Working nights.
Okay.
So yeah.